the 14th chapter of Mark. It's actually a very long chapter. And partway into it, at the end of the meal, the Passover meal, Jesus and the 11 sing a hymn, and then they go out onto the Mount of Olives. I think it's late at night. It's in the darkness. And Jesus, there on the Mount of Olives, probably sitting down with them all around him, he says, "You will all fall away." Must have been astounding to hear that. And this is it's a quotation from Zechariah 13 verse 7 about the striking of the shepherd. And Jesus quotes that prophecy, which they would be familiar with. And it's a prophecy about Jesus being struck, the great shepherd, and the sheep being scattered. And Peter and all of them, actually, they were all emphatic that they will never disown Jesus, even though it seems they don't realize that Judas has just gone out to do so. They all of the 11 seem to really believe in their own strength, even though they have at least some knowledge that the might of Rome is about to fall on them all. But no one says anything like, "Lord, I pray that I'll have enough strength to be faithful to you in that hour of trouble." They're all seemingly self-confident in their own ability. Peter even says he's willing to die with Jesus, but of course he isn't. The events of through the night will prove that. Compare that with Paul, who calls himself the least of the apostles, and who says he's been given superabundant grace that he could never dream of. And he's said, who is weak and I don't feel weak? It sounds like Paul often felt weak. And he said, "I won't boast in anything except my weakness." There is a certain kind of boasting in the scriptures that's allowed. It's the kind of boasting in our weaknesses and boasting in Christ, but no boasting in anything else. No other form of self-confidence or assurance that I can do, that I can rely on my own strength. Paul knows his weakness. And it's important that we all do, that we can rely on the Lord's strength in moments of great trial and great testing. So Paul says, "I won't boast in anything except my weakness." And later on, he'll say he'll boast in his weakness so that Christ's power may rest on him. The Lord said that unless we're prepared to carry our own cross, we cannot be his disciple. And that's a statement about the antithesis of pride or self-assurance or being able to do it. We need him. We need the Lord in order that we might be faithful. He said, "Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth." And Paul wrote, "I can do all things through him who gives me strength." That's Jesus.